white belt tigers striking. Again, striking meaning hitting. Okay? So for white belt, they're going to be doing a hammer fist and a roundhouse kick. Now the hammer fist should be a very easy motion to do. Basically, they're hitting their hand down on something. Even little babies will do that. So a tiger should have no problem. But there's a few things to do in order to teach them to do it correctly. So Ryan, go ahead and face me in the sparring stance. Again, make sure they've got a good sparring stance. We always go left leg in the front first just to help out. So the very first thing that we'll tell them to do is to bring their hand all the way back. Right? We want to make sure they go back first. Then we'll have them go up. Then finally we'll have them go down and yell, "Aya!" and then back like this. And we'll do that a few times. Back, up, down. And then eventually we'll say, all right, let's just do it in one motion, meaning one full swing, but we go back, up, down. And what will happen is if they start skipping part of it, like they just go up right away, or they go back and then they just kind of go, you're going to be able to see, are they still continuing on like that. So once they've gotten the full motion, then again, we'll have them hit a target. And I'll say this in every video, if you don't have a square target like this, a pillow, a handheld pillow, a small pillow will work just fine. So I'd hold it flat right about the stomach height, and he'll go back, up, down, and he'll hit the pad. And if they don't use good power, that's an easy thing to correct. Hit it stronger. And we're going to make sure that they hit with this part of their hand. So one more time. Right. Then, of course, you need to have them switch their feet and do the same thing. Back, up, down, one motion, and then hit the target. The hammer fist, really easy. The kicking, not as easy, right? So you do your best to make this kick happen. Roundhouse kick is the kick that tiger white belts are going to do. So a roundhouse kick, to show it this way, is I would turn and kick from side to side. Now that can be a little bit tricky, but if you show it, some students will just get the hang of it right away. So what I'll do is I will just show it to my partner. And if you don't think you can perform the kick, you can always just have them look at the kick as well. Okay? So what I'll have them do is practice kicking towards me, making sure that they're turning their body and going side to side. So I'll say, go, and they'll kick, right? And then again, go, and then I'll have them hit the target. So if you're holding the target, they not necessarily flat from the side, maybe tilt it down a little bit like this. Okay, go ahead and hit it. All right, go ahead and hit it again. Now, one trick that you can use if they are having trouble is you start flat, right? I start flat, and I'll have them hit it here, and then I'll slowly, we'll hold off for a second, and I'll slowly start bringing it up and up and up, and I'll turn it, and they'll kind of just follow along with hitting it. So if they're having trouble, you can start here and go up like this. Another thing you can do is have them hold the wall. So Mr. Ryan, I'll have you put your hand maybe on this Wave Master, okay? And I'll have them start at the end of the kick, so I'll have them bring their leg up, okay? And they'll bend their leg, and they'll just practice this part, here to here. You don't actually have to hold their leg. Now once they get the hang of that, going side to side, work backwards. I'll have them put their leg down on the floor and then practice picking it up and going side to side. And then they get the hang of that. Right? And then if they can do that, then maybe even have them just stand with their feet side by side and pick it up and kick. And then eventually you can go back to the full sparring stance. So if they have trouble, start from the end and work backwards. And then finally you would do a combo once they feel good with all of that. So from the sparring stance, I would hold for the hammer fist 1, the round kick 2, and then back. Now if you're like this, notice I'm not holding my leg out in the front, I'm pulling out to the side, I don't want to occupy the space. So one more time, hammer fist and round kick.